Yes.
What exactly is the conduct of the acting Chief Justice that you feel contradicts this article for which you want him removed? Let's start from there. Let's start from the facts you have as stated in your petition. What are these grounds of stated misbehavior?
For the sake of time, like you read earlier, on the 24th of September 2005, one Israel Tete, Dafiam Mekpo Roxy Nelson, and a group that calls itself the Ghana Law Society filed a lawsuit in the Supreme Court seeking a constitutional relief against the Ghana Bar Association. And on the 25th of September, barely a day after the Ghana Law, the Chief Justice had been nominated, the Law Society met with the Chief Justice in a conversation that was covered by the media.
Okay.
And in his remarks to the group that met with him, he made certain statements that you read earlier that seems to suggest that he is already siding with one side of the people who went to file the lawsuit. And as Constitution demands, this act, I believe, is against propriety, it's against judicial independence, it's against the integrity of the court, and it seems to be stating that the justice is practicing impartiality, which shouldn't be the case. This, if allowed,
but then, at what point did you establish that he was being partial? Because he welcomed them, they went on an official visit, and he welcomed them. That's the grounds you state for him being partial?
The principles and code of conduct of judicial judges and magistrates in Ghana, a case that is filed in court, the judge who is supposed to compile a bench to sit on the case by his office is not allowed to discuss issues issues relating to the same issue that have been filed in court with any of the parties. But in the case of Justice Bonnie, he had been seen live on camera having a conversation that seems to preempt that he sides with the decision of the plaintiff, which is the Israel Tete, Dafiam Mekpo, and the Ghana Law Society. And if this is allowed to pass, will dent the integrity of the party. You know, as stated, the justice is not supposed to only be seen. It's not only supposed to be seen as being done, but it must also manifest in the actions of the people who interprets the law.
And I'm going through your petition. Really, you state different code of conduct, which you say the current acting Chief Justice breached. One key conduct you make mention here is judicial independence. How did he breach this?
So judicial independence, the code states that judges exercise their judicial functions independently and free from extraneous influence. And also with regards to the Bangalore principle, the value one, independence, emphasizes that judicial independence is prerequisite to the rule of law and the fundamental guarantee for fair trial. By entertaining a meeting with the litigant and then endorsing elements of their legal arguments, Justice Baffoe Bonnie compromises the very independence that he is sworn to protect. And for which reason I believe the law should take its course, and the institution that is mandated to handle this should do as demanded.
It's clear you're reading out your petition to me. Critics who have seen this petition allege that this is sponsored by the opposition. Is that the case?
Well, so you see, this is not political, as someone might want to read meanings into. I am a citizen of Ghana, and by my right, I'm exercising my right as a citizen of Ghana and helping to protect the Constitution of Ghana and also build on our democracy. It is not got to do with any political party. It is not got to do with the interests of any individual. It is a constitutional right, and I'm exercising it in helping protect our Constitution and help build our democracy.
Help build our democracy, you say? So you've submitted this petition to the Jubilee House?
Yes, I did. And you see, in this case, the acting Chief Justice, who was supposed to be the one to determine the prima facie case in this matter, is the person of interest now. And so I suggested to the president that one cannot be a judge in his own matter. And so he should appoint the next in command to take care of this petition and recommend the appropriate.
And who is the next in command?
The next in command should be in the person of one Justice
Gabriel Scott.
Yes, Kwama. Yes, Kwama.
Okay. So stay with me. I'll come back to you as we just look at your petition. Thankfully, I have Kwekwan Sansari, who is a former director of the Ghana School of Law, joining the conversation here on the Pulse. I'm sure you've been going through this petition. What's your initial response to it?
Unmeritorious and without any legal merit. As you rightly, your viewers, the group led by Israel Tete and Tafia Mebo, Roxy Nelson, appealed the courtesy call on the acting chief justice. And after they were done, the chief justice thanked them, for the kind way, they said about me. I don't see how, acting the chief justice in its administrative function, can be accused of judicial impropriety. He was not exercising any judicial function. He was not exercising any critical judicial function. He was not sitting as a judge. He did not call on him, in his capacity as a sitting judge. They went to him so that, we are a group, calling ourselves that come to pay a courtesy call of you and to throw a polite thing that we may require a license for our members to be able, to practice and, have audience before the superior and lower courts of Ghana. That, does not amount to a misconduct, to say the least. And therefore, the president, must dismiss, the petition outright.
Dismiss the petition, you say. There are already talks that this may spell doom for judicial service, especially with the precedents that this administration set with the removal of the former Chief Justice. What's your thoughts on that?
This instant petition is without any legal merit. Okay. It is wholly unmeritorious. It does not measure up to the standard. The petitioner, is seeking to invoke the Ghana Judicial Code of Conduct and the national principles, particularly the Bangalore Principle Value 1. None of them is apposite. And I don't think that we should stretch Article 146 to a point of absurdity. When we do that, it means that all the judges, can now stand and be accused of judicial impropriety, because from time to time, they make extrajudicial pronouncements at services, invitations and other things. The rule of law does not suggest that a judge, is not supposed to, express his views. Here we are dealing with an acting chief justice who has been paid a courtesy call by a group of lawyers. And he says that the step you are taking is in the right direction. You will need a license to practice. How does that constitute judicial misconduct? Unless the petitioner does not understand the expression judicial misconduct or judicial impropriety, and the removal process by virtue of Article 146, as Justice Tatibande point out in the famous country, that it is not everything a judge does, that will call or that will attract the invocation of Article 146.
It is not everything that a judge does that will attract the invocation of Article 146. The young man we heard from initially is the petitioner, and from the petition, it's most likely Justice Paul Baffoe Bonnie or Chief Justice Paul Baffoe Bonnie is going to leave the office because it was for the same reason of misconduct that CJ Tokonu was removed from office. We'll meet again in our next video. Bye.